everybody? This is Badass Movie Time. I'm your host. Excuse me. Take two. I'm your host, Andrew. And tonight we're going to be talking about some movies. I haven't done this in a while. I'm sorry. I've been busy, guys. I've been doing things. But my wife and I do like to watch movies, and I have a couple episodes that I need to do. We're going back. The last time I did an episode within the last couple of months, but all I did was bitch about Scream 7, which needed to happen. I had to do it. But I'm not even going to be able to talk about all the movies I've seen since the last batch of movies I talked about with you guys was Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, and we talked about Weapons and the Toxic Avenger remake. Make it smell a little bit better in here. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm a little behind on my own show. It's officially the end of May, so we're 5 months into 2026. So I got about 6 months of movies to discuss, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that tonight because I already took my sleeping pills. But I was like, you know what? Let's get this going. I got some other movies to talk about, but let's see, 5. We have 9 movies to talk about tonight, and I'm not gonna go too crazy. We're not gonna go too crazy. Hopefully, I can get through all 9. I'm already sleepy, so. This is a great show, though. If you never watched Badass Movie Time, it's been around for a minute. The show originally started with me just showing off my DVD collection, which I have a pretty large collection of movies. By this point, I've been collecting movies since I was 16. No, I've been collecting movies my whole life, but I've been collecting DVDs and Blu-rays since I started with DVDs. My very first, I think my first DVD was The Osbournes, season 1 on DVD. I got it for Christmas, and then for Valentine's Day, I think I was a freshman in high school. My first movie DVD was Return of the Living Dead, which, man, that DVD got some time. It has entertained me for many hours. Okay. Let's get into it, guys. The first movie I want to talk about, and I don't believe I've talked about it yet. Not in depth. Where's my screen? We'll do this screen. I don't even know how to pronounce this fucking movie, but it's good. It was a great movie. Begonia? It's a type of flower, right? It's a flower, I think. Directed by a Greek guy. I think I can. I'm gonna try and pronounce his name. Yorgos Lanthimos. No clue what else he's done, but this actually kind of makes sense. The same director as the movie The Lobster. You guys ever seen The Lobster? Jesse got me to watch The Lobster. It was a weird movie. He also did Poor Things in 2023, which I never saw Poor Things. I like Emma Stone, but she's very artsy-fartsy these days. My favorite Emma Stone movie, other than Superbad, is probably Easy A. I loved DZA for some reason. It was just so wholesome. And then she also did a pretty decent Gwen Stacy, in my opinion. Anyways, Begonia, Emma Stone. What's the dude's name in the guy from the creepy guy from fucking Breaking Bad? I'm sure he'd love me to just Jesse Plemons. Man, that guy. He gives me the creeps. I don't want to spoil Begonia for you, but I called it. We started watching it. My wife's like, no. What was it? This is based off of a Korean movie, correct? Hold on. We might just need to keep the phone out. The sleeping pills are kicking in right now, and I'm going to fuck things up. That's okay, because this is off the top of my head. I don't do a script. I give you guys the most genuine response to these movies that I can muster. I didn't know this was a remake. I was just reading that before we started. Is Begonia a disturbing movie? Little bit. A remake of the 2003 Korean film Save the Green Planet. Well, now I need to fucking save. Now I need to see. I'm not going to save this planet. I need to see Save the Green Planet. Let's set it up. Okay. Emma Stone is like a wealthy business lady who gets kidnapped by Jesse Plemons and his mentally handicapped cousin or friend. I think it's his cousin. It's been a few months, sorry. These two, what appears to be numbskulls, kidnap her. And the whole movie, Jesse's convinced that Emma Stone is an alien. So he shaves her head and he has her tied up in the basement, and it's not looking good for Emma Stone. It's looking very dire. But he's convinced she's an alien, and he's trying to convince his buddy that she's an alien, and he's doing all this weird stuff, and he's being very careful, and he's trying to prove it throughout the movie. I will say that I was thoroughly happy with the way this film ends. And there was some serious follow through. It was a good movie. It was solid. I believe it's currently on Netflix, and if you haven't seen it yet, it's disturbing, but very subtly disturbing. It's just good. It's a good horror flick. I really enjoyed it, and I think my wife had fun watching it with me. So check it out. I don't know why Emma Stone had to be bald. Not a good look for her. The funniest thing I ever saw with Emma Stone was somebody, there was a video years and years ago where celebrities were reading rude things that people said to them on Twitter, and Emma Stone's made me laugh out loud. She read it. They would have to read the insults towards them, and she read the quote, "Emma Stone looks like she smells like cat piss." And I don't think she looks like she smells like cat piss, but that is a funny ass thing to have somebody say about you and then to have to read publicly. I don't know. Next up, the girl from Yellowstone, the cute Native American wife of the marshal. I believe Sam Raimi produced this, and my wife and I accidentally watched this because I was excited because I had heard Sam Raimi had directed a new movie. I quickly realized that Sam Raimi had nothing to do with directing this movie. He just produced it. He had something to do with it, but I believe he produced it. Don't Move. The director of this, I enjoyed this movie, but I don't think the director of Don't Move, he's one of those directors. He did stuff like well, there's two of them. There's Adam Schindler and Brian Netto, and I think they work together. He did 50 States of Fright and Intruders, Shut In. He has very simple titles for his movies. Him and Brian Netto. Yeah, no, he doesn't really have a whole lot actually. I never saw Intruders. I wonder. Maybe I shouldn't say things like I don't think he's a good director. Um, the 50 States of Horror, whatever, that was a Sam Raimi thing, right? Anyways, Don't Move. A woman is visiting the site where her son died. A tragic accident happened, and a serial killer shows up and manages to inject her with something that where she knows what's going on, but she cannot move. And so this movie is her trying to escape the serial killer with this like with the inability to move. It's pretty intense. I think they did a good job. I was interested. These Netflix films, man. You know, a lot of people lately have been dogging Netflix. I've been enjoying Netflix. I think there's been some pretty fucking good Netflix movies. And I saw this a bit ago, and it was a one-time kind of thing. I enjoyed it. It was good. I was I was amused while I watched this, and it was well made. Um, but just like last week, my wife and we just happened across a Matt Damon and Ben Affleck movie, and I haven't heard anybody talk about this movie. This movie was fucking rad. It's a cop movie where these cops are all discouraged and sad, and one of their members was just murdered the night before, and they're being investigated for the murder of their friend, and um, they get a tip to go to a house for a certain amount of money, and it turns out there's like millions upon millions of dollars in this house, and they're in the middle of a cartel ran neighborhood, meaning there's no people around. It's the middle of the night, and they gotta follow the rules of, you know, when you find $20 million or 30 million, however much, it's a lot, and they're supposed to count it, and they gotta take everybody's phone, and there's this certain intensity that starts to build throughout the movie where you're wondering if the cops involved are good. The mom from the show From on MGM's From, she's in it. I dug it, man. I thought it was cool. I'm not the biggest Matt Damon and Ben Affleck fan, but I do appreciate a lot of the stuff that they've done for movies. I think they're I don't think they're bad guys. They're definitely, I think they're decent producers. I've enjoyed a lot of stuff that they've been involved with, and it was fun to see them act in a movie again together. And I think that's what this was supposed to be. And I don't feel like anybody gave a shit, or I just missed it. I don't know. I didn't really see anybody talking about this movie. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I know movie people out there have seen Good Will Hunting, right? Like that's pretty cool to have them back together, and I feel like this kind of went under the radar. Came out in January, and we just watched it 5 months later. But I really enjoyed it. It was a cool, solid cop movie. We were yelling at the TV and having fun with it. So there's 2 really good Netflix movies, Netflix originals. A flick I caught on Shudder, Beast of War. Movie about some soldiers who are stuck in the ocean with a very scary shark. And, yeah. Go from there. It's pretty cool. Pretty good movie. I believe it was Australian, right? They're Australian soldiers stuck in the ocean. Was it Australian? Fuck. The problem with reviewing a movie like 5 months after you watch it is, go watch the fucking thing. Make up your own mind. What do you need me for? Beast of War is Australian World War II survival horror film directed by Claw Roche Turner. What else has this dude done? I think World War II is kind of a cool setting for a movie. The last time I saw a horror movie in this setting was Man, it must have been 2017, 2018, maybe? Overlord, dude. Overlord is so fucking good. I kind of want to go watch Overlord. This movie made me want to go watch Overlord. Doesn't have anything to do with any of the stuff that happens. Overlord is just like a really cool horror flick set in World War II. Awesome fucking movie. If you've never seen Overlord, this is worth checking out though. It's good. It's on good old Shutter. Am I wrong, or is The Last Drive-In done? I hope Shutter realizes that if no Joe Bob, there's probably not gonna get Shutter. Wow, that picture is really small. I believe this is another Netflix original, The Wrecking Crew, with Dave Bautista and what's the fucking Aquaman, and their brothers, their estranged brothers, investigating the murder of their father. Pretty fun. I have no knowledge of how this movie got made. I know I like Batista as an actor, and I like Jason Momoa. It's Jason Momoa, right? Momoa, the Dothraki king. Do you guys remember when he gave that one guy a Colombian necktie? That shit was crazy. Who directed The Wrecking Crew? Let's make this somewhat informational. Crazy action movie, doesn't take itself too serious. Fun stuff. The director is Angel Manuel Soto, who's Puerto Rican. Best known for directing the films Charm City Kings and he did Blue Beetle. I liked Blue Beetle too. I've never seen Charm City Kings. I'm gonna have to check that out. La Granja, Dinner Party, 22 Weeks. So Blue Beetle would probably be something that you guys would know about. Fun action movie. I believe that was a Netflix movie too. Normally I try to recommend movies. I try not to talk too much about stuff I absolutely hate, but I did not like Anaconda. I wanted to like Anaconda. I didn't want to hate it, but I love Paul Rudd. I love Jack Black. Jack Black has been, dude has been doing awesome for like the last decade, just movie after movie. He's awesome as R.L. Stein in Goosebumps. A movie that I saw when I was fully grown and still appreciated and enjoyed. He was great in that. You got Minecraft. You got he's been in a bunch of shit lately. Do I gotta list it all? His fucking TikTok is on point. And then everybody loves Paul Rudd. Is there a person out there that does not like Paul Rudd? I want to know right now. Unsub. Get out of here. You don't fucking like Paul Rudd? I don't like you. But this movie sucked. And I don't know if it was supposed to suck, because the original Anaconda is a terrible fucking movie. We watched it very confused. Like, I felt like I should have been laughing at things, but I wasn't. I was just kind of annoyed about the whole movie. And then, like, they would do something cool, but then they'd fuck it up. I don't know. And I feel like this movie was made by filmmakers, and I feel like it was something I could relate to. Like, Jack Black is filming weddings, and he's kind of a failed filmmaker, and him and Paul Rudd decide to make a remake of Anaconda, so they just go to South America. It's a funny fucking like setup for a movie. I don't know, man. I don't have a good reason why I hated it. I think it was just stupid. And I'm pretty good at suspending disbelief and enjoying stupid things, but it was like trying really fucking hard to be a big deal. And just watch the trailer. If you watch the trailer and you have fucking Sir Mix-a-Lot just with the one line, "My Anaconda don't want none," remix shit, that's the movie. It's seriously like a bunch of it's it sucked. Another one I wasn't thrilled with. I mean I don't hate this movie. I didn't hate Primate as much as Anaconda. It's a movie about a killer monkey, and it's a man in a monkey suit killing people. But it's very elaborate at times with really weird things. Like the house is very cool and nice, and I get that maybe poor people probably wouldn't have a monkey, but it's hard. I don't know, dude. I feel like some rich people want to make a monkey movie. I like. I'm trying to think of a really good monkey movie. A killer monkey movie, The Man in a Suit. King Kong Lives. The 1980s classic sequel to the 1978 remake of King Kong. Like King Kong. I like King Kong. I like Mighty Joe Young. I like Planet of the Apes. This isn't up there with any of those, though. I really enjoy the fact that they put a human into a practical suit, like a practical effects suit. Um, but it was elaborate in areas it didn't need to be. The characters in it weren't very likable. There was no moment where I became attached to the monkey, really. Like, I didn't. Like, the monkey is just fucking a dick the whole movie, so. I feel like if you're gonna have, like, a killer animal, like, that's a pet, I need a moment. I need a moment where I can maybe, like, have sympathy for the monster, and I didn't, because he was just bad out the get go, you know? Like, he was just a bad. He was a bad monkey the whole movie. Um, yeah, I was really excited for this, and it, I don't know, I ended up pretty let down by it. Um, yeah, I don't think anybody would argue with me really. I don't know too many people who are even talking about this still. Do you guys remember what was that fucking movie called? Was it just called The Monkey? The remake of Monkey Shine. Well, it wasn't a remake, but it was Monkey Shines, basically modern day Monkey Shines. Well, advertised to be. It had nothing to do with Monkey Shines, but the Drummer Monkey movie that came out last year, that sucked too. And they're not even monkeys, guys. Chimpanzees and ape. At least they called this primate. They didn't call it the monkey. Um, the very cool Predator came out last year. We caught it on Disney, probably around December or January. I loved it. I think it's fun. I enjoyed the Alien show too. A lot of people ended up not enjoying the Alien show all the way through. Um, I'm cool with it. It's weird. It's weird to have a Disney. I, I think Prey was probably a better movie, but I feel like Predator Badlands is a better Predator movie. Kind of. Prey and Predator Badlands don't have much to do with the original Predator. I mean, Predator. There's a video game that came out in the 90s called Aliens vs. Predator. It's fucking cool. It's a cool game. I feel like Alien, like the first. Well, the first three Alien, even Alien 3, which wasn't popular when Alien 3 came out, um, they're a little more intelligent, thought out. Um, Predator, the original Predator, is kind of a mindless, muscle bound, you know. It's all the fucking action heroes from the late 80s going into the fucking jungle to fight an alien. That's all that movie is. It's fun. It's a great movie. But there's not. I mean, it's cool. Predator and aliens can exist in the same world. But this is. They made the Predator the main character, and he's cool. Like, I like him. He's very human in it, though, you know? And you might say, well, maybe make a Predator and have him be like the Predator in the original and just follow him. But they did that with that Violent Nature movie, and that did not work out at all. It was fucking boring. It was just a dude lumbering through the woods. So I enjoyed it. I liked it. I don't know if it was a good Predator movie necessarily, but it was fucking cool. Yeah. I'd like to see more with this. I'd like to see more of the Alien Earth stuff. And I like the Alien Romulus too. I'm enjoying all this newer stuff for Aliens and Predator. An Alien versus Predator? Are we there yet? A good one? I kind of like the second Alien versus Predator. I haven't watched the first one since it came out. I remember not... Actually, I take it back. I watched it in like 20 years ago. I saw it when I was in the Middle East. So like 2007 was the last time I saw Alien versus Predator. Yeah. Okay. What are we at? We're gonna wrap this up, guys. I'm falling asleep. There's your review for Predator Badlands. Very fun action movie. He's got his little robot friend, and they become best buds, and he makes friends with a really scary monster. Oh, another small picture. I don't know why it's so small. I don't remember what the last movie was on here. Oh, I do. Don't let me spoil it. 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. I did a whole review on 28 Years Later. I fucking loved 28 Years Later. 28 Years Later was awesome. We went to the theater to see that. We sat out on The Bone Temple, which wasn't cool because a lot of people, I think, had similar ideas. We're just going to wait for streaming. And I don't think this movie did that great in theaters, which is scary because there's supposed to be a third part to this. There's supposed to be a trilogy. I hope it didn't get fucked up because I don't want to spoil anything. My only complaint about The Bone Temple is the way it ended. But that's not fair because I accepted the way the first part ended, and that was absolutely fucking crazy, and it led us into the Bone Temple. So they wanted to lead us into the third part, so I can't knock it too much. I like this movie a lot. I might like this. I don't think I like it more than the first 20. They have a fucking cool trilogy going right now. They have a really fucking cool trilogy. That's what I'm going to say. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind watching this again. I wouldn't mind watching the first 28 Years Later again. I wouldn't mind watching all 4 movies, to be honest with you. They're all great. I really hope this gets finished, though. I think this is pretty cool shit. Like, this is fun. They're doing something new. They're not just... Hey, you remember 20 Days Later? I think the people who made this are aware that we all have the ability to watch old movies. I think that's kind of the ironic thing about nowadays. My main thought when I watched this was like, thank goodness that they are aware that we have the ability to watch pretty much whatever we want. It's all archived. It's all on the internet, or you can get DVDs, or you can stream stuff. In a day and age where I have access to whatever the fuck I want to watch at any given moment, I can watch shit on my phone. I can just watch movies whenever I want, which is awesome. But the newer stuff coming out, I think a lot of these people don't fucking realize this, and they think people forget. And some people do forget, but they just like tread over shit over and over again. It's just like a cycle of like the same shit. There's all these weird trends, and it's stupid to me because it's a bunch of fucking rich old men sitting in a room. They're like, well, this worked really well for this. We got to keep doing it until we don't make money, right? So that's why I appreciate stuff like this. It's nothing sacred. You can make sequels to something. You don't have to fucking make the same movie again. You don't have to copy the other movies coming out currently. In fact, I would encourage filmmakers to do their own fucking thing so we can have a variety of entertainment and I don't have to go through these weird cycles where everybody's fucking imitating each other. It's been happening since the 90s. We've been treading over old shit, trying to get nostalgia, and fucking copying one another since the 90s. There's just been different cycles of different things. Oh wow, this movie did really well. Titanic is like one of the biggest movies ever. I'm gonna fucking make a movie on a boat now. Ants. Disney's making an ant movie. Well, we're DreamWorks, so we have to make an ant movie too, and we're gonna release them the same summer. Get out of here. 28 years later, The Bone Temple is absolutely insane. The antagonist of this movie scared the shit out of me. He was very intimidating, very scary, and fucked up. And we're still following our boy Spike through the apocalypse, and we're introduced to this world that has been evolving for 28 years. These aren't even zombie movies, really. There's zombies in them, but there's so much more going on. It's very much appreciated. And I think I've covered this before. I've had this argument a lot. 28 Days Later is a zombie movie. It's a stupid argument. It's a fucking zombie movie. Okay. Alright. I'm glad we... Great movie. Cool poster. Okay. Last but not least, probably... I love Begonia. I love 28 Years Later. But so far, one of my all-time favorite movies this year... I didn't look anything up on this shit. I didn't even watch a trailer. I heard Sam Raimi's directing a new horror movie. The last big horror movie Sam Raimi directed was Drag Me to Hell. And I knew it was a movie called Send Help. I didn't even know, guys. I bought the DVD at Walmart, and I was like, looked at my wife. I was like, we're watching this tonight. I mentioned that Don't Move. We saw Don't Move on Netflix. I was like, oh, cool, new Sam Raimi movie. I heard he's doing a new movie. That's how little information I had. And then I realized quickly, like, oh no, he made a movie called Send Help. So as soon as I saw the DVD, I was like, we're getting this right now. I didn't even know Rachel McAdams was in this movie. I didn't even realize it was Rachel McAdams when I first saw her, because she's all like doofy at the beginning of the movie. Basically, this woman works in this office. She's not treated very nice because she's kind of gross and has just kind of let herself go. And her boss was going to promote her to a higher position where she works. She's like good with what she does. She's good at paying attention to details. And her favorite show is Survivor. And her boss dies, and his douchebag son takes over. And his douchebag son really doesn't like her, and so she doesn't like him. And what happens is he chooses one of his dumb frat brothers to take the position his dad had promised Rachel McAdams. And they decide she's good at her job, so they're going to take her on a trip to like Hong Kong or somewhere to help them with this one final thing, and then he's going to fire her, basically, is what he's planning. And they're on the plane, and they watch her Survivor tape that she submitted a thing for Survivor, and they're all making fun of her. The plane crashes, and the dickhead son, her boss, who's going to fire her, and Rachel McAdams end up on an island together. And Rachel McAdams is more equipped, and she understands this environment better than the son. What happens past that point, I don't want to spoil it, but it's a Sam Raimi movie, which I love. And the way things play out, I was not able to predict very much in this movie, and I'm okay with that. I can. My wife will get mad at me sometimes because we'll start watching a movie and I'll tell her what's gonna happen, and she'll be like, "No fucking way," and then it happens, and she just looks at me like, "How do you?" I've just watched a lot of movies, and sometimes I can kind of get into the brain of the person. It's not a gift. It's me wasting my life, I guess. I don't know. Actually, is watching movies a waste of life? I don't know. I feel like God spends a lot of time like watching humans, right? I feel like on some level we probably entertain our creator, hopefully, so he's not feeling so lonely. I guess we don't have to get into philosophy tonight. I'm pretty stoned from my sleeping pills now. Very warm and fuzzy. And this room's like the perfect temperature. Does anybody else have a crush on Rachel McAdams? You know what I should have played at the beginning of this? I should have played Little Dicky's Mr. McAdams song. That would have been more appropriate than the Phantasm theme that I chose. That's okay. That's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all had fun talking about movies with me. There's another couple episodes coming in the very near future. I've been buying some movies, and I'd like to talk about some of those movies that I purchased recently. They're not all here yet. We haven't watched all of them, but I bought a couple movies with my wife in mind. I got a couple movies that I thought would be fun to talk about. My DVD collecting days, I've slowed down significantly, but I every once in a while I'll pick up a copy of The Wild Bunch or some random shit that I want to watch. But I have watched 2 really cool movies over the last couple of days that I just got on DVD that I think would be fun to talk about. And then I have a few more updates on my movie watching. Send help though so far this year, because the Bone Temple came out last year, right? So I don't know if I can count the Bone Temple. That was fucking good though. That was good. No, Bone Temple came out this year. I don't know. It was good. I'm scratching my thigh, if you're wondering what that sound is. We're at 40 minutes. Good night. Oh. Also, David and I got on earlier. It's on Twitch if you want to watch it. We were talking about video games, but I did not end up finishing downloading Final Fantasy 11. I gave up. And went and hung out with my wife. So, maybe it'll happen. I don't know. David didn't really make me want to play it at all, to be honest with you. Okay, good night. Check out Send Help and Begonia.